Keith Reynolds, host of Morning Coffee. As you guys usually know, Mark's usually sitting here, but I am filling in for Mark. Mark has a toothache today and has to get over to the dentist. So, for all you viewers and listeners that follow us in the morning, give a shout out to Mark and hope for a speedy recovery. Today, we're going to start off morning coffee with a hot topic. Today, we're going to find out, according to the new study for OfferUP, American homes are overflowing with things they don't need, which absolutely I agree on because I have them in my home. Yet there is a widespread of struggle to meet household expenses on time every month. Today, we have on with us Nick Huzar, CEO and founder of OfferUP. Nick, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So that statement I just read is absolutely true because there's 10 million things I have in my home that I don't use.
Yeah.
But what can Americans what are Americans most stressed about?
Yeah. Well, what's really interesting, in fact, is our homes are quite a bit bigger than they have been historically, but our families are actually smaller, and so. I think what's interesting with the study that we found is about half of Americans consider their homes somewhat kind of cluttered by all this stuff. And so part of our motivation at OfferUp was to give them a very simple way to get rid of things if they want to.
Okay. So now this is a funny expression. Keep up with the Joneses. Everybody's heard that. How does that relate to financial stress, though?
Yeah, well, when you looked at the study of, kind of keeping up with the Joneses, people were continuing to buy things. I think part of the challenge is, where do you put it all? And we found that, in fact, quite a few homes had extra rooms in places where they were just filling that with unused stuff, or the garage, for example.
Okay. So, Americans are stressed out about money, but including myself, we have a budget, my home budget, and I still feel like those needs to buy certain things, that probably are unnecessary. So, why are our homes filled with all that stuff?
That was interesting when it comes to people's buying habits and things like that. I think part of it, we found that 15% of the study found that people wanted their kids to be popular, and they felt like having brand name items and certain things would really help along with that. Again, I think the thing that we find interesting at OfferUp is, yes, you can go buy things new, but there's things right in your neighborhood that you can also buy used, and you can get a really good deal on those things.
Now, I don't know if you have this, but, do you think that people, and maybe it's just their opinion, but do you think that people buy more new stuff than used stuff today, in your opinion?
Yeah, well, I think in this day and age, it's so easy to buy things in one click. Part of our motivation with OfferUp is to simplify buying used things. And, that's a big focus for us is, can we make that ease of buying things new just as easy when you're buying something used?
I agree. I don't think, when I was growing up, everything had, new. I think today it's changed so much about, people don't care about used stuff. As long as it works or it looks good, they're fine with it. And Nick, also, I think the biggest thing that society has a challenge is to downsize, right? But the next biggest thing right behind it is decluttering. So, why do you think Americans, have that issue?
Yeah, I mean, that was another stat we found that 41% of Americans haven't decluttered for more than a year. And again, I think the process of decluttering is full of friction. It's a mental headache to think about all the things you got to get rid of. And again, that's a motivation at OfferUp was, can we make selling just as simple as taking and sharing a photo from your phone practically? So it's obviously a big challenge and something we want to help out with.
Okay. How can people turn their clutter into cash?
Yeah, well, that's again back to what I was saying. I mean, if you see those golf clubs that you walk by every day, imagine just taking a picture and within 30 seconds, people in the neighborhood can see that those things are available. So, I think it's really a matter of
So, what are some of the resources people can help declutter the process, making a process a lot easier?
Well, there's various other, online sources and people that will do that. There's obviously the charitable places you can take things to. And then, of course, there's our OfferUP app, which is available for the iPhone and Android. And you can also find us at OfferUp.com. So there's a few things that are out there, and, I think we're doing something we think that's new and exciting that leverages the latest and mobile phone technology to really, help simplify people's lives.
And one more, I got two more things real quick. Just real quick, tell our viewers and listeners what is actually OfferUp. Can you explain it real quick?
Sure. Yeah. So OfferUp is the largest mobile marketplace in the United States, and our focus is really to change how people buy and sell locally by really focusing on creating the simplest and most trusted experience that we can. So we're pretty excited to see the traction we've been getting and all the people around the United States that are already using OfferUp today.
Okay. And one last thing is, where can people find out more information about OfferUp and find all their information?
Yeah, so you can go to OfferUp.com, or like I mentioned, we're available in the App Store for both the iPhone and the Android.
Okay. All right, you listeners, well, check out the information that Nick provided us. I'm actually going to go check it out myself right now. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be in the kitchen, which Kara Turner will be back with cakes and cookies. So right after this, we're going to be cooking up some type of sweet. All right after this commercial break.
Sub some sizzle. This is the way. The way it's always been. The way it always should be. The way it always will be. Because that's just the way it's supposed to be. Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Simply Gents, located in Marlton, New Jersey, takes care of all your grooming needs, including haircuts, straight razor shaves, massages, facial, manicures, pedicures, and waxing. To find more information or book an appointment, visit us online at www.simplygents.com. The secret weapon of a well-groomed man, Simply Gents.
If you haven't been to Speed Raceway, what are you waiting for? You want to live fast? You want to make every second count? Then grab the family. Round up the guys. Speed Raceway is 100,000 square feet of excitement, whether you're a kid or a kid at heart. Speed Raceway is the place for endless fun all summer long. Log on to speedraceway.com or just get here now.
When it's time for Jersey Mike's to make a really great sub, this is what we do. It's what we've been doing. It's what we've always done. It's what we'll always do. So what are you doing? Jersey Mike's. Be a sub above.
Today's show was brought to you by Alicia Kelly of White Horse RV Center in Williamstown, New Jersey. Alicia is your RV expert. Contact Alicia at whitehorserv.com or give her a call at 856